When I was 12 years old, my dad passed away from a heart attack. It's hard to fathom how that affects someone if it hasn't happened to you. It changes you at your core. Over the next few months, we had to move his stuff, and I started to feel like I didn't just lose him, but I was losing his presence, how he felt in the house. Once I stopped smelling WD-40 and grease, I cried. That meant he was really gone. After school one day, I took a walk behind my house. I couldn't think straight, and school couldn't have mattered less to me. Mom was inside crying her eyes out in the bathroom, and my brother was so confused he didn't know what to do. I couldn't fight back the tears anymore, and I collapsed on the ground, fully prepared to never get up again. In between wiping my eyes, I made out the outline of my dad's first car, which had always been in the backyard. I just never paid attention. For some reason, I had to be near it. I had to touch it. This was his, and would always be his. And in that moment, I can't quite explain it, but he was with me at that car. My great-grandfather had decided one day that he had had enough of his old Ford Coupe and needed an upgrade. After talking to a friend at the dealership, trading in a beat-up coupe and a crisp $100 bill, he came on home with a used 1966 Pontiac Le Mans. My grandfather antagonized him about it constantly, knowing that he just wanted a newer, faster toy. Several years later, my great-grandfather would pass away, and the GTO would stay parked for over a decade. That is, until shortly before my dad's 16th birthday, where he was informed that his first car would be the one a year older than him sitting under the shed. He was beyond disappointed. They were going to restore something that nobody wanted. To make my dad feel better, my grandfather agreed to completely refurbish the inside with whatever he wanted and get a professional paint job in any color. My dad really wanted to spite my grandfather. He really wanted a newer car. He chose the most expensive paint he could find, Corvette green. The day comes for the paint. The technician came around the corner after applying the first layer. My dad went back to see it. From then on, he was in love. My dad lived in that GTO. Literally, sometimes he had to. He rewired everything exactly the way he wanted it. And while it was technically a Le Mans model, my grandfather and dad removed all the Le Mans badges and replaced them with GTO tags. Once he joined the fire department, the trunk housed his turnout gear. Lights and sirens were installed, even a power outlet to jump other cars off. The lead sled, they called it. There is no telling how many lives he saved because of that car. But soon work got slow and he needed something else, but he kept the GTO. And here it has stayed in my backyard since 1994. My dream is to restore it to its former glory, but for now it's my safe place from the world. I feel a connection to that car that I can't explain. It doesn't make any rational sense, but I love that old pile of rust.